Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comic Capers. It's been 16 episodes already.
Woo! Sweet 16. Where's our car?
I am Phil, and that teenager over there is...
Hey, y'all, it's Little Hellfire.
That teenager. Times
I
two.
wish.
Times
I
two.
hate paying bills. No, not times two until December. I'm holding on to it. As a true woman does.
29 forever.
Damn straight.
Anyway, me and this young lady here are... If you've been following along, you know we covered Invincible, Compendium 1 and Compendium 2, so we're going to finish the Invincible series with the final Compendium number 3.
It's the end of the trilogy.
Of course, by your same creators, because always.
Because he had a vision, and he saw it through, and he was not bullied into making it to 150 issues, or 200 issues, or fake out weddings.
That's right, because this one covers issue 97 to the very last issue, 144.
44.
Yep. But this one, so much. Again, I say it every episode, but so much in here. It's just, well, all the space that, you know, after robots take over of Earth and they leave Earth. And
all I have to say is if you're going to get these compendiums, like all 3 of them, reinforce your bookshelves, yo. You can't be having none of that cheap IKEA bookshelves. You need some hardy, sturdy American mahogany to hold these suckers up, especially if you get the hardcover edition.
No Walmart wicker, man. You got to have them.
Not even wicker. It's like straight up particle board at Walmart.
Yes.
Will not hold.
Corkboard. Yes.
Or if your wife lets you be, or your significant other lets you be a total nerd, total coffee table books.
Oh yeah.
Let's bring back the coffee table books with these right here. The
coffee table
collection.
Books. Coffee table books about coffee tables. No, not really.
That turns into a coffee table if you don't have one. Seinfeld reference. We haven't had one in a while.
I know. But this is also the issue. I mean, we always talk about how stuff gets serious. This is the one where Mark gets raped.
Yes. So I think that was actually really important because he's a superhero, but he's also a guy. And,
yes.
He kind of goes through the emotions and he gets validated that it's okay. It's not his fault. And it kind of, it gave me Green Arrow vibes just a little bit. I was a little triggered. I was like, tell me not another little counter's going to pop out. But yeah, no, so I really did appreciate that. And that's one of the things that if we ever do interview him, I want to know why he decided to do that. Because, that could be taken in a completely wrong context. And that could have riled a lot of feathers, Yeah,
I wonder if he wanted that shocking moment or if it was just that he wanted the child because
the conversation or...
And a child is produced from that plays into the end of the book. So,
yeah, it was an interesting choice, but at least he did deal with the fallout, and he didn't just sweep it under the rug.
Yeah, and especially with Reboot because Mark goes back in time, and then when he comes back, 5 years have passed.
That was a really brave, bold decision, and I love that they actually stuck with it. Like we said, his actions have consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Really big consequences.
I mean, if this was a regular Marvel or DC book, they could have taken that chance to reboot to just
to refresh.
Yeah, just to start over. Just back
to the beginning when he was a small fetus.
You make Omni-Man a good guy now.
Well, we tried that. Didn't stick.
But no, I mean, if it was a regular superhero book, the hero would have been yes, I'll sacrifice everything, to save all these people. And Mark, he's
hell no.
He's no, I got a wife.
My daughter.
I'm not losing my wife or my kid. No.
I know, and that's so human, honestly.
But also too, and it's I'm not, I'm not God. Why should I mess with time anyway? Yes, I'm sorry people died, but why is it my place to mess?
Because it starts out that whole reboot arc starts off really weird. It's just okay, where's this going? going. Mm-hmm. What? And then once you get the one what, it just is like all like uphill from there. Just like, this is getting crazy.
It's so fun. It's just so funny because I mean, it really hit me too, because since we were going to review all these right before I got this, I was started rereading the first compendium. So when it takes you back like the first issue, I was like, oh yeah.
And as I mentioned in the first episode of this trilogy, I said this is such a beautiful bookend. It reminds me very much of Star Trek Next Generation, how that series bookends. It's just so beautiful and bittersweet. And, you know, yes, a lot of things are wrapped up, but, you know, if he really wanted to come back to this universe, I really felt like he did leave a back door, but he did pretty much answer everything that a fan could want. Mm-hmm. And that's like so refreshing.
But I love when he goes back, the first place he is like sitting on the toilet again.
I mean, that's how I begin it in my day. Why not?
Hello. What am I gonna do with you?
That's what happens when you eat well. Excuse me.
Eat well. That's what happens when you're a human being.
Nah, it was really sad though. The final 12 issues were so emotionally draining, but like in a good way. Like I didn't know I could care about a fictional character that wasn't Green Arrow like this.
And it was like,
Aquaman.
And I mean, the series is ending. He could have taken it any way. He could have killed Mark. He could have killed Eve.
But he knows what fans really want is a healthy family unit. Bendis.
Marvel. Spider-Man.
Living in sin is not the way to go.
And I mean, coming full circle with the kids, you know.
Yeah.
Especially the son conceived from the rape.
Yep.
Who lives on Earth and basically becomes the next Invincible.
I like when he goes to talk to his grandfather's grave.
Yes.
I thought that was really powerful too.
Mm-hmm.
But all I pictured, honestly, in that moment as I was rereading it was like John looking at Jarrell's grave. That's the only context that I could really put it in.
You're like, please, I need this scene.
Yes. Then just go ahead and steal that. It's fine. We'll forgive you. After their grand adventure, like that's what needs to happen.
But just so much stuff comes full circle, because I mean, even towards the end, we still got the Muller twins.
Story. Yeah. It was like a greatest hits, but in a kind of a clever way.
Yes.
It's like, you remember how the Simpsons used to do those clip shows?
Mm-hmm.
Or even Seinfeld, they had like one terrible clip show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of as a 90s kid. So I was just like, oh, this is so great.
But it was so nice too, because like you thought, like towards the end there, like they, you know, Eve was gonna die of old age, but basically, she's immortal too.
Yeah, you know what, and I'm glad he kind of chose that route though. It's just like, I mean, it might be a little schmaltzy for some, but I appreciate it because we've been through so much with them, and like I said, I think it's fans really do want that like happy family unit at the end of the day.
And again, it's so nice when you have like one writer who created the whole thing, because like that, the very last page of the last issue, it's like, you know, Mark's like, well, my father asked me, you know, what would I have after 500 years? And it was like, that's like from like the first arc or the second arc.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you weren't the original creator, you probably wouldn't have remembered that, or you know what I mean?
Or you're like, yeah, I didn't like that, you know, but yeah. But with one creator, yeah, you call everything back.
You know, though, also another question I probably want to ask Kirkman, what's your relationship with your father like? When you know what I mean? Like, one of those things, like all the best cowboys have daddy issues kind of things.
Oh, maybe. Or unless he just sees that it's in his mind that maybe superheroes have daddy issues.
Well, they definitely have some kind of, all superheroes definitely have a kind of a parental issue. It's a trope.
Yeah. It's either they either die. Well, most of them die, but it's like they either die or they have to prove themselves to their father or something. Yeah.
Yep. But the final 12 issues were really tough to get through. It's like, this is it. Seriously, what's he gonna do to us?
I know. I just remembered, like I was getting the last couple pages. I was like, I think I know where this is going, but there are twists, but I don't want it to end.
I think in 5 years when he has time, I honestly feel like he's gonna come back to this universe, to Mark specifically, because the universe thing, the Invincible universe is still kind of sort of going.
Yeah.
So I mean, he could just backdoor pop in somewhere.
And it's just the way it ended. I mean, it's so far in the future. I mean, you could fill in the blanks with, like, you know, stories about Mark's kids or yeah.
It's I mean, you know, all good things have to come to an end sometimes.
No, next generation again, yes.
Yeah.
But so good.
But yes. We have so much more Invincible stuff coming out, like we were talking about in the first episode. We have the 8. I believe they said they were hour-long animated, adult-oriented cartoons via Amazon. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, get it, suckers.
You have to do this like adult. You know, you can't.
Yeah, you can't
tone it down.
Puss in Boot footed around.
just the violence alone, but now you can do language, and then if you're gonna deal with stuff like rape or
the film adaptation is what I'm kind of worried about, because you know Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, they did they're in charge of Preacher, and as much as I like Preacher, it's that same problem that I have with Lucifer. It's very limited on the source material.
Well, I mean, if you're doing a movie, it has to be R, right?
Yeah, this is an R, definitely. Well, because it's by it's Universal Pictures. They don't have a problem with R-rated movies. Actually, Fast and Furious, they all got downgraded to like PG-13 now. I don't know, maybe that's a thing. But this has to be. It absolutely has to be.
If you have to do this justice, yeah, it has to be R.
Seth Rogen's got some like potty mouth issues, so it probably will be R just out of language alone, not necessarily the violence. But they're gonna read the script and go, "Oh, this has to be an R."
I mean, to do the story right. I mean, yeah, language. I mean, if you've got Viltrumites ripping guys apart, you gotta go.
Well, I mean, honestly though, it's a thing. God, I haven't gone over through the MPAA ratings in a long time, but I remember this from Evil Dead. If you change the blood from red to a different color, you can get away with that. And they're an alien, so why would their blood be red?
But you could just do so much more.
Yeah, I agree. So I was doing my research on this one. I stumbled across the motion graphic.
Oh yeah?
From it was old. It's old though. It's from 2006 or something. Like, remember, I don't know if you remember when motion graphics were like all the rage back in between 2004 and 2006. But yeah, it was.
Kinda, yeah.
And it was done by it was using the Bomb XX process, so it was a little choppy, a little grainy, but at the time it was like, oh my gosh. I think you could still get it on iTunes and Amazon somewhere, maybe. But they had put it on MTV2 once upon a time as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. But I believe Bomb XXX process uses a type of flash that we don't use anymore. It's very outdated, but yeah. So I was just like, that's interesting.
Oh, you know what we never talked about in any of these episodes?
What?
Just Monster Girl fathering a child.
That doesn't need to be discussed. It's traumatizing. But funny enough, how I was kind of dissing on dinosaurs. My favorite issue out of this whole particular volume, this compendium, is actually 99. It's The Death of Everyone Part 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one where it really focuses on dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
But really, this issue specifically is kind of like the who's who in the Invincible universe, and I thought that was kind of smart on his part to have a couple of those, because you've got Tech Jacket in there, you got the Astounding Wolfman, you got Pegasus, Bolt, all those people. So I thought that was really cool.
Oh, I know what you like 99. It's just a lot of like splash pages that just them beating crap on each other. Yeah.
I'm a sucker for punch 'em ups and I'm a sucker for splash pages. So they gave me both and I was like, yep.
Mm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that issue in particular is very intense, and I love the art. It was so crisp and those fights were just like popping off the page. I think that's why they chose the splash layout for that specifically.
Mm-hmm.
They should have made it in 3D. Remember those? I don't know if you ever 3D comics or pop-up comic. Mm-hmm. We haven't had any gimmicks like that besides those stupid foil covers and the stupid what's the one we always give people crap guff for?
The trifold foil hologram
exactly. They never really had any gimmicks in this one, and that's what I can kind of appreciate as well.
Yeah.
I mean this was the premier Image comic of the time, especially when it first came out, and they just never felt the need to do that, and I just really appreciate it.
They leaned on the story, which which
I wish more people would do.
Yes.
Well, we got Kelly Thompson. She's starting to write a lot more stuff, and she's very, her stories are very intricate. So
that. I mean, the business has changed. They really don't do like the holograms and stuff anymore. Now it's just like variant covers.
Oh God! So now they did have variant covers on quite a few of these. But it wasn't gratuitous like 12, 13, 15, 50. Mm-hmm.
We get the death of Oliver.
Yeah. Not that Oliver, guys. Calm down.
Not Queen.
He's dead to me, though.
Oh!
On the TV show.
Yeah.
And now in the comic book. But we'll talk about that Friday.
That creates the rift between Mark and Alan.
Yeah. But Alan's just so damn precocious. I can't stay mad at him. Oliver was a little annoying. Don't fight me, nerds. I'm sorry. But Oliver, he was annoying.
They kind of had them like contrast him like compared to Mark and stuff.
Of course.
In some ways, in certain times, he was a plot device, but
every character at one point in time is going to just be convenient plot device. It's just how it goes. You spin the bottle and you take your turn.
Big alien fight scene.
So many of them, though.
Oh, yeah.
So many. But I thought that it was a brave choice to name these the way that he did. Because it's like, okay, we're starting off with the death of everyone in Earth. Then we're going to end with the end of all things. And it's just like, okay.
I know. I was just like, oh, man, he's not going to kill everyone, is he?
I know. And, he could have very well done it.
Yeah. But no, yeah.
But I like the quieter spaces of the arcs, like Friends and Full House. I felt like those were like the quiet spaces right before...
Mm-hmm.
Crap hits the fan. I like the quiet times in this book a lot. Like, it wasn't necessarily not the slow stuff, but like the quiet times where you see these really great character interactions and these dynamics that we've been watching, and they're still, even towards the end of the series, they're still like developing and they're growing and they're not being stagnant. And that's just really great to me.
And just
doesn't work out.
I did get the book so heavy. I mean, it's good for your mind and your body.
Start doing crunches with it at lunch.
It's just so ironic, and then like Robot basically ends up where he started, just like a brain in a jar.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Like I said, this is like a lot of full circle moments, and I'm a sucker for it. And he gives us that like kind of that meta too. That as Wade's World, co-host, and we love Deadpool. I love meta, so a lot of that was like meta commentary in between, not necessarily having to say it, but I see you kind of thing. So,
I see you.
I see what you're doing. I'll stop crying, but when ain't nobody looking, I'll be crying again. It's okay.
So are we done?
Yeah. This is one of those series where I actually just don't have anything bad to say, which is if y'all know me, you know it's like practically impossible. But yeah, especially when you binge read it, like
oh yeah. Taken as like one whole, yeah.
Like just set aside a weekend and just have some jerky and some Red Bull.
144 issue massive epic.
Well, altogether, what is it? Because they're each 1,024 pages long.
So it says over 3,000 pages. So, but it's worth it.
I agree.
I mean, the first two we gave A's to. Compendium.
This one's an A+. Because he knew. He saw the light at the end of the tunnel.
You stole my answer. Yes. A+. That's where I was going.
Definitely. Like once he had that in his mind, I feel like the final pieces were coming together and he just ran for the finish line and then he knocked it out of the park.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't have anything bad to say, which is unusual. I'm a little like salty right now. I want to say something, but I can't find anything.
She is the harshest critic, so.
But it's not Marvel or DC, so it's like I don't have that. And plus, it's not like 80 years of like history, and there's like a million different writers. Like this is just one voice just coming through and telling the story that he wanted to tell, and I think that makes all the difference.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, I can't say enough good things. I highly recommend it. Like I said, read it before they make the movie, before they start the cartoon, and I feel like that'll be a richer experience for you.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to wait, or do you want to pick something to do for next episode so we can, if people want to read ahead?
Yeah, you can pick it. What do you want to?
Do you want to go back to Venom, or do you want to do? I will only torture you with one arc of X-Men. What do you want to do?
You sure you want to do X-Men? Are you sure?
No, we don't have to.
I mean, we can.
Or we can wait. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's go back to Venom.
Okay. All right.
Summer of Venom.
Let me see if I can find my. Trying to remember what the next arc is. Oh,
you want to do a Ben Reilly story? I'll throw you a bone.
Well, there's Ben Reilly in our Venom series. So
I know, but we'll get there. Okay, I gave you a chance.
We'll go back. Let's go back to Venom. I believe the next arc is Venom 3 or Amazing Spider-Man 346, 347. I believe the Island Store.
Oh yeah,
I believe that's next. Yes.
Oh, we're gonna have fun with that one then.
Oh yeah. All right. So back to Venom next. Tweet
it. Let the people know. Follow us. If you follow us on Twitter, you'll know what's coming up next.
That's right. Facebook, Comic Capers at Comic Capers Pod on Twitter and at CL Sidekicks. So yeah, follow along. I'll tell you what's coming up next. And
don't forget this Friday. Our big 3-hour Fantastic Four extravaganza.
Well, if you're watching on YouTube, yes, this Friday we're doing a big 3-hour event celebration of the return of the Fantastic Four. And if you're listening on the podcast, scroll down. Oh, go to Capes and Lunatics and scroll down. But yeah, and if you have any suggestions of anything you want us to review, send them capesandlunatics@gmail.com or.
I feel like we actually should do a Batwoman story, maybe.
Oh yeah, we'll do that.
We'll kind of get that. No, well, we can no man's land.
Not no man's. But we can break in. We could make closer to the crossover probably.
Yeah. All right.
So let's do that. Yes.
So kiddos, contact us.
That's right. And Lilith, if people want to fight you like a Viltrumite, where can they get a hold of you?
Careful not to get ripped in half. I fight dirty. At Lilith Hellfire. For all your Superman, Smallville, and swearing needs, Save Me Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram.
And she loves even dirtier. Anyway, if you're a comic creator and you want to join us to talk about your work, email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. And on Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp. All right, everyone. Go out. Read all of Invincible. You know this Kirkman is a genius.
Oh, and pick up Haunt.
Oh.
It's the one I have to tell that story some other time. But yeah, Haunt. It's the one he did with Todd McFarlane. It's kind of like Spawn and Ghost Rider.
I haven't checked it out, so I'll check it out.
Remind me to tell that story on like Capes.
All right, everyone. Check it out. I will check it out. Join us next time for Venom. We are Venom.